something.
Like a
Axe.
brand of men's cologne.
Axe.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just Axe.
Axe
But
would
it's
be
like-
masculine air.
I
Nah.
would say masculine musk because that stuff is awful.
Yeah, musk generally is not great. But that's besides the point. What we're here for is TLC. Woo!
Tusk.
No.
What?
We're not on a mission for that good tusk. But yeah, where we last left off.
Musk.
Conga, insanity, gifts, sleep, and the black market. It is, what'd you say, about 6 o'clock, timekeeper?
Since I woke up at 6, and then we had our little, talk about maps and keys and, encumbering oneself of, stealables and dangerables.
Ah,
What counts as steal?
Everything that Nim has.
Nim is steal.
so...
Nim.
is
Nim counts as stealable.
just picks Nim up and walks away. It's not kidnapping,
Yeah.
it's stealing.
She is stealable. She's
Stealable
small, desirable, worth a lot and money to the right people. The right people being us, because their parents don't give a shit.
Aw, thanks. Nim would probably be happy to hear that.
Nim's parents would pay the ransom, but just as a thank you for taking her away.
And it's more of a
It's like-
bounty than a ransom.
It's like legally we have to locate our kid, but also
But we don't have to succeed in getting her back.
Speaking of Nim's parents, did you ever finish that background thing?
oh, I forget to send that.
Do
How
it
about
at your
now?
earliest convenience.
No,
Also, you had to
forget
send me
that.
things about
Do that
gluttony.
shit right now. Because you're
No,
going to
you
forget
had to
again.
send me things about gluttony before I could.
Well, then make a short list of...
I did. I
What I-
sent it to you and I pinned it.
Well, about 4 months of graduate heartache and mental destruction and degradation have befallen me. So, I have no idea what it is. Just resend it.
Okay.
Thank
You guys do whatever you were talking about. Just
Alright, we sell Nim.
Is the party ready to head out, or do you have to go through the process of unstealable and unrobbable pants?
oh,
I
Nim had a. We already did that, but Nim had a question.
Nim has a question. Nim may ask
How
a
long will
question.
this take?
What?
Nim's asking in character. How long will this take?
Now, who is she asking?
Anyone who can answer.
She's asking the
General-
room.
Probably best to ask like Zanzibar.
Depending on how many conga lines we start. Anywhere from 1 to
True.
12 hours.
That is a great answer. I'm stealing that. Well, depending on how many conga lines get started, it could be anywhere from a few hours to possibly even a few days. I wasn't really worried
So-
about it.
So, what if we cut the con? How long would it take?
But
These are hypotheticals. Like how long we talk? Just spit.
Zanzibar is just gonna look at you confused, like, well, a lot of things have surprised me so far being in this city. When I wasn't looking, did you somehow schedule a hot date?
Hot what?
Well, you seem to be in a hurry for something.
What does everyone keep bringing up the dating life? Anyway, point is, how long will it take?
I really don't know. There's a few things I want to go check around and look for. One of the main things is I want to work my way through the black market all the way to the Moon Commons and see how bad it is. That I already said. But I wasn't exactly going to drag you three around on a leash. I can imagine you could find something to do in the black market. It's the black market for all that's unholy.
I only know how to get fake identity there, and even then, I didn't get it.
Of course you didn't. Point being,
Huh?
there's a rogue and a survivalist standing right there. I'm sure they can find ample useful things in the black market.
So, feel like you're assuming I have things I want to do. That's not the case.
Then
I
why
have.
do you care?
I have this important thing called a bedtime. And it's getting close to that.
So I was just gonna look to the nearest clock in the room. It's like, it's 6 in the afternoon. You never go to bed that early.
Go to bed at 9. That's in like 3 hours.
We'll tie you up in a knapsack and Hyala can carry you around.
People don't do that. Not opposed, but it'd be weird.
They're not
Killer
from
chimes
here.
in. Killa's
Oh.
just like, Merrymaker said not to carry anything stealable.
But I got
That is
rid of
true.
all my valuables. Oh, my earrings and then one. Yeah.
Name is very stealable.
What?
I'd like to
What?
imagine that nobody's going to manage to steal her. They may want to, but this is them we're talking about. It's one explosion or catastrophic tsunami away from them not being able to do so.
Hey, I have never caused tsunami.
I'm saying you
Fire.
can now.
Yes.
I'm saying
You
you're
can't.
capable. You're capable.
Jinx it, please. I don't want to add to the list.
Also, forget capable. She almost detonated a giant bomb near the ocean.
Yeah, she'll detonate another bomb near her assailants, and they'll be gone. Reduce the
And
atoms.
so will Nim.
Well, she won't have been stolen. We're talking
Yeah,
stealable here.
she'll
not
be
killable.
blown to pieces.
Yeah, but she won't be stolen. The pieces will in fact be recoverable. A little bit of Nim over there, a little bit of Nim over there.
And this
So
conversation has gotten too specific, so moving on. But yeah, I'm just a bit.
Okay.
So what do you do at a black?
It's like a regular market, but everything there is more or less illegal. So, the prices aren't really set in stone. You can usually haggle for things, but if you see something you can't normally get, pretty good place to look.
Like what? What could you not normally get?
Well, question above board.
Yeah.
Samson wouldn't know that spell scrolls have a weird way.
Requirements
Like
and
weird
license.
requirements and licensing, right?
I wouldn't exactly call it weird, but I get your point.
Well, like, I say weird because there's rules, and then within those rules are also exceptions to the rules. Which makes sense. But there's quite a lot of them because magic is kind of stupid and
But
weird.
who needs rules in a black market?
True!
Only the rules that is float among thieves.
And the thieves are among us.
Sus.
Samson?
Samsus?
S. The S stands for sus, not for Samson. We've been lied to.
Sam Sus.
The J stands for sus.
Sam
The
Sus.
J is
J
silent.
Sussy Maker.
I was about to say the same thing.
Y'all are funny.
No.
I'm here. So I'm in.
You never finished your above board question.
Would he
Samson
know
wouldn't
about the
know
license?
about it.
I wouldn't say so, no.
Yeah, that was my question. Well, stolen goods are one thing. Anything that requires an adventuring license, you can usually get without one.
Oh, like spell stuff.
I guess. I wouldn't really know about any sort of magic stuff on the black market. Maybe some cargo someone's trying to unload that was stolen recently. Which could be anything. Weapons, rations. Oh, and services. Highly illegal services.
Like what?
Dungeon crawling for one.
Above board. Do we have dungeons here?
There's probably dungeons in Glotnia, but, you know.
Gluttony big.
Glotnia and Empire are very big.
What? No.
Big enough to have dungeons? Does it function the same way as the Versus one?
I mean, every dungeon's gonna be different based on the region.
That's why I'm asking. Do they function the same way? Like you venturing license or XYZ credentials before you can go in?
Oh yeah, that's standardized. The adventuring stuff's standardized. I thought you were asking if they were like the same dungeons that are in
No, I know
Versus.
they're
I'm
not
like,
the same dungeon. That'd be ridiculous.
Damn,
That
these
must be
fucking
horrible.
Elden Ring crypts showing up all over the map. All the dungeons in TOZ are procedurally generated.
Woo!
Oh, I've been in this same dungeon in Versus. Yeah, there's a hidden
What?
door right here.
What is this? SAO? Anyway.
And hey, look, there's the shop.
So.
So,
Is this the kind of things that code names are required for?
are you asking above or on board?
The room, once again.
Ah, so on board.
Well, never really had much of a problem with that, but considering we're world wanted criminals, not the best.
As far as my... Hold on, let me gather my words first. As far as my point of view is concerned, I'd say that that title's quickly being peeled off.
I mean, but if people here don't know about it, that doesn't really matter, does it?
And above ground, that might be the case, but underground could be a whole different ballpark.
Would it make us look cool underground?
Cool enough to... Let's not think about it.
Doesn't get what you mean.
I'm not really overly concerned with shaking up or rocking the proverbial boat of the underground. It's kind of the whole point, but... I'm not
No. I'm not worried about us having any issues, but I don't want to go down there making enemies based on our names alone. You know what I mean?
That's fair, just remember, I never tell a lie. So if you pick code names, just don't get in a situation where somebody asks me what your name is. I have a brand to keep.
I go by many names.
As he's
None
just
of
gonna
those are a lie.
as he's just gonna elegantly cross his hand over his heart. Who
I
would
go by
be
many
if I-
names. None of them are a lie.
I suppose in your case, that is very true.
And if I were to change my name, who'd stop me?
True, but your given
I want to
name
say your
is
mother.
always, in a way, your real name. That's kind of a constant in the universe. But there's no need to talk about the power of names. That's... And he'll start twirling his fingers. Sephirim and demons, Fae particularly, love true names. Also relevant to curses. True name will always be magnitudes more potent than any other given name. Always more potent. Word to the wise, kids. You want to try and trap somebody? Find out their true name.
Gonna make a reference, but nobody would get it.
Instead, Nim will say something stupid. They are really
Yeah. Said I'll say something stupid. Wambi.
Now, is Schwambi
Wambi?
above
Is
board
that-
or on board?
That's above board.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I was going to make a reference. Said I said something stupid.
okay. I know, I just wanted to know if you were gonna make Samson just blurt out Schwambi.
That's his code name.
I'm assuming that's your code name now.
Maybe we should do what we did last time.
What did we do last time?
Walked around in disguises and different names.
We had a different persona. But if it's easier for you guys.
Do I have Samson say the thing I was thinking? The answer's yes.
It's
You do
up
Samson?
to you. Say things?
No, it's up to Samson.
Yeah.
And he does tend to say things.
Anyway, you could, like, make a new one on the fly.
I could do that at any point, but why?
I figured you wouldn't want any of your previous ones to get wrapped up in being in the black market.
For the most part, as long as it's not Covell or Emma, I think it should be fine. Or maybe Relius.
I only have a facsimile of what that could possibly mean.
Well, I have 6 that I use all the time.
Who says what and why?
Oh, we're still working that out.
Ah, okay.
Yala, what do you think?
Kiala looks like she doesn't want to.
Wear a disguise, go to the black market, or do code
Wear
name.
the disguise.
That makes
We
sense.
already.
Is it visible on Kyla's face, though? Kyla's face is known for not doing that thing.
She did say Yellow looked like it, so I'd assume it'd be
To
visible.
people who have been around Hyala long enough to know Hyala's cues.
Which they do.
Yeah.
Of course. What's the worst that can happen if we just go in as us?
You guys could go as you. I can't go on the black market like this.
Oh, you figure that out. Yellow, you know what you're taking, what you're leaving?
I believe so. And she's like,
If you can't... Huh? Sorry, you go
she
first.
still has like all of her weapons, but like none of the other stuff. So the bag of holding and her pouch with just like rations and such. She basically has exclusively stuff to fighty fight and a bag of diamonds. Just in case somebody dies.
That could work.
So, are you guys actually planning on buying anything or just looking?
Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on what they have.
Okay.
Wasn't able to get my hands on some stuff at Varisis, but maybe I can find that stuff lying around here.
What were you looking for?
Bombs.
You might be able to find the raw materials. However, I do think that the black market operates under some amount of scrutiny. I have noticed that the Empress's palace was moved here some time ago. Or, not here, there. Still working out the history of why it was moved from what once was grounds within Valenfort to the opposite side of town where the economy is far less.
'Cause she hates it there.
Good to know. Interesting. Very interesting.
You can pick up any magazine and find that out.
I suppose I did avoid the magazines and catalogs.
Looks like someone needs to read more.
Usually I leave the reading for towards the end of the investigation. I find it's more
Oh.
fruitful to crawl around and get your hands dirty.
Kiella leans over to Samson and is like, what's a magazine?
I think it's a type of loading mechanism for special guns.
It's a book with pictures.
Funny, I thought those were
Sounded so
picture
fishy.
books.
Now, this one has less words and is more so informative and very short.
Hmm.
Do you know what a newspaper is?
I could guess based on the 2 words in it.
Nim's not laughing, I am.
She's like, well, it's a paper with news on it.
Duh, I think.
I'm so
No, that's not what that
smart.
means. I'm kidding.
Keller's just holding the paper. It's like, there's these funny little symbols on it, but where's the news?
Well, a magazine, depending on the kind, can be kind of like a newspaper. It can tell you like the latest info on certain things. It could be on specific stuff like fashion, or it could even be on the latest gossip. And
I
sometimes
see.
Speaking of which, when I get back, shit.
So, to review, do we have everything? Are we ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very well. And he'll walk over to... You said Emma had a teleportation circle in the closet, right?
Yeah.
Good. He's gonna walk
Don't
over...
go in Emma's closet. She has things in there.
Too late. He's gonna walk over to the closet, open up the door. Now, if I linked everything up right, there should be a nice free pass.
Wait, what were you doing in my closet? I have things in there.
I've been exploring the city. You thought I wasn't going to take the opportunity to set up a teleportation network?
Who goes in a woman's closet?
I'm Zanzibar.
Wrong.
Boundaries are limited at best.
That's no excuse. Don't go in a woman's closet. I have things in there.
Technically, it's not a real woman. It's a facsimile of a different woman.
Hey, I don't need that real and not real stuff. That's a crisis for a different day. I have undergarment.
Nim's just like,
Don't
sir,
look.
that is racist.
Sir, that is a racial slur. How dare you?
Ma'am, child, I raised a woman for millions.
Congratulations.
Billions
You
of
get to
years.
see her underpants, but not mine.
I didn't even look at yours.
They're in there. Use a different closet.
Then put your teleportation circle in a different closet.
I refuse. It's my house.
Then perish.
Samson's gonna raise your hand. Actually, could we do that? I don't want to risk it if we end up teleporting back.
What?
Yella just like looks at Samson.
Zanzibar will just look at Samson.
What if she doesn't want no one in there? Then we should move the teleportation circle.
At least someone's a gentleman.
Is the teleportation circle etched into the floor? I feel
Not
like it's
etched,
probably.
just drawn into the floor.
Just lift the floor up for her head.
Yeah. Simply take the floor and put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So Zanzibar's just gonna look at the teleportation circle and look back at Nan. It's like, so you want me to move that?
Yeah, if you guys are gonna be going in there. Yellow's fine, but not you guys.
You realize it's drawn on the floor, right?
I'm aware. I put it.
Would it take a
Tomorrow.
while to move the floor?
Tomorrow I'll take a
I
hack-
could just draw it in another room.
Well, tomorrow I'll take a hacksaw out and cut the circle out and move it 5 feet to deal with your
Or I could just draw it in another room.
Well, you can do that tomorrow.
But what if you get confused and send us to the wrong one?
Who
Even
is he
someone
talking-
shouldn't have been in a lady's closet in the first place.
Me?
Yes, Samson.
You're fine.
You. Of course you. 100% you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really need to teach him sarcasm. Besides, I think you're overreacting for nothing. And he's just gonna crouch down to the floor and just knock on the wood.
That's because it's not your underwear.
And on the final knock, did that sequence come through at all?
Yes.
Okay, on the final knock, ampule of energy is kind of gonna split the space in the closet, and there's just gonna be a closed door in view in the door frame. Non-Euclidean spaces, a wonderful form of magic. It's almost like if you know what you're doing, and you'll grab the doorknob and open, and there's an actual alleyway where the inside of the closet should be. It's almost like you can parse the space in between the fabric of all things. Look! No garments! No underwear! No lederhosen! And certainly no stockings.
You're getting really specific. We're talking about this.
That's good. I'm glad there's nothing we don't have to look at with this non-Lydian whatever you said.
You're trying, and that's what counts, Samson.
Yay.
Oh, by the way,
Wait, does
Nim
that
did
actually
change.
go somewhere?
Yes. It's like a couple miles that way. And I'll just point towards the market district.
And then Samson will step through.
And Zanzibar will follow him. Tally-ho, come on, let's go. Don't exactly want anybody seeing that we've just crossed town through a doorway, now do we? Come on, hop hop.
Does Scala go in?
Kiela's gonna hold out her hand for Nim.
Oh, Nim did change shape.
Kiela will hold out her hand for not Nim.
For not. Nim will grab it.
The not Nim shaped Nim.
The
Uh-huh.
not Nim-shaped hand that fits differently than Nim's hand and Yala's hand because it's not Nim's.
It's an
Nim and-
average shaped hand.
Different than Nim's. Nim's hand is not average shaped.
It is not. It is
The hand-
dainty.
The hand of someone who's not 2 feet tall.
Nim isn't 2 feet tall, but go off, I guess.
She's basically 2 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
Emotionally 2 feet tall, but like,
Yeah.
definitely gives off I'd bite you if it were.
Emotionally,
Nim definitely gives off I'd
mentally,
bite you.
sometimes physically, if the scene depends on it.
Nah, decline. So we walk through the door.
And the door shuts behind you.
Is it the 3 of us, or did Zanzibar come with?
No, he followed Samson out through the door. So
Oh, okay.
Samson, him, and then Kella and Nim. It's a good thing that building's abandoned. Also good that somebody can't open up a door that's already being opened, but, you know, semantics.
So where are we now? Like over here?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a ping. We'll say that you're right about. Oh, that's very hard to see.
Bless you.
We'll say that you're
Amy?
right about. If I could draw, I can't draw. Help! Good enough.
I helped.
You did?
No, never.
Unless?
What?
Unless?
Well,
What?
Yeah. Unless.
Son?
here we back up. Here, I can't speak lately. Here we are again, the market district. Well, how's about it, our little detective? As Zanzibar will pat Simpson on the back. Want to go sniff out for the black market? You like that thing, don't you?
Samson is going to sniff at the air and also try and do a little looky look to see if he can find some thieves' cant.
Investigation at.
Can we help?
Yeah. Can we help?
Does Samson and Kala have thieves' cant?
I mean, we can help look for things. We don't have to know the language to see weird word on wall.
I think it'd probably be more beneficial if Yala looked and Nim helped Samson, because Yala has really good perception. Nim, not so much.
I mean, hell, it's just gonna help Samson.
Don't get me wrong, if it
Oh,
was
then
a
fuck.
normal language, I wouldn't ask the question, but isn't the whole point of Thieves' Cant that people who don't know Thieves' Cant can't find it?
Well, I
Uh,
mean, didn't Samson point it out last time?
No, he refused to.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Because it's not just a language, it's a hidden language, so...
It's weird, because, like, Druidic is the only thing that's similar to it, but Druidic can't be deciphered by anyone who, like, doesn't know it because it's magical or some BS like that. But Thieves' Cant is just sort of weird.
It's like, oh, that trash can lid is turned 7 degrees next to that green lid. That means this.
Yeah, it's like weird shit like that, like graffiti, etchings on stuff, like bricks being painted a certain way on walls.
Yeah, pictography, iconography.
Yeah,
real
so like
fucking mundane shit.
I'd say like if Samson could like give them a rundown of what he's looking for, someone who can see better would be able to find it, but not exactly understand it.
So then do that.
Yeah, that answers my question.
So, Yellow looks and Samson cooks.
What?
So he finally explains what it is.
Yeah, he'll go to them and be like, so, where to start? If you guys see, like, images, or, like, you know, graffiti, etchings on walls, signs that look a little out of the way, you're probably gonna find, we're probably gonna find what we're looking for. So if you can spawn anything for that, I'll see if we're heading in the right direction.
Okay.
There's more to that explanation than what I said, but considering Thieves' Cant doesn't actually exist, there's no, like, nitty-gritty to it.
Yeah, the book doesn't even explain that.
Nope.
It kind of explains the general concept of custom codified systems.
Yeah, it's like weird double talk mixed with like urban iconography, and it's fucking weird.
The closest
I believe this game wants me to use my imagination.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Real world
Fucking
approximation you could have is to what really happened in like at least that I could think of is what happened in the 1920s with like speakeasies during Prohibition, where people were placing down markings and signs and shit.
I was gonna say, if you've ever seen like a pair of shoes hanging off a telephone wire,
oh yeah,
that's Thieves' Cant.
Yeah,
that's Thieves' Cant.
My favorite meaning is just good things happen, so I threw my shoes here.
Yeah, that shit's gang activity signs.
Yeah,
it's great.
Thieves' Cant.
Gotta get those fresh Nikes up so people know that you got the dress.
Throw up your fake Jordans.
So he does the explaining. Yellow's doing the investigation check?
I guess.
Him is
Samson
helping.
will help. No.
Yell's mine, you bitch.
Okay. Your own child, no one's yours.
Shouldn't Nim also look?
Yes.
He told us both to look.
Well, he can only,
Yes, but only one of you is getting helped.
he can only give the help action to one. And I was gonna say DC 20, but I couldn't get the words out.
Oh, did someone already roll?
Yeah.
I am in the wrong program.
Why are you in the wrong program?
I can help Yalla.
I mean, if she rolls again.
She already rolled with advantage. And now she hit a 20.
Woo!
Woo! We all did our part.
Exactly.
Magical bird.
You could roll those D4s while doing a roll yourself?
It just says a creature you can see has a reaction, so yeah, I assume.
Yeah, she can't give it to herself, but she can give it to another creature, even if
Mhm.
she's making the roll.
I thought it was an action, not a reaction.
Nope.
That's why I was like, wait, what?
Reactamundo.
It would suck if that was a whole action.
Right? Like, oh my
That's what
god.
guidance is for, and it doesn't cost shit.
Yeah.
Man, we should find someone to cast Bless on us.
Bless these
Sick.
homies.
Alright, Nim. But we're like the least blessed group of individuals.
Oh, find a
Yeah.
We're
paladin to do
specifically
it.
helping Mr. Hates God.
Mhm.
Find a paladin to do it. Paladins don't have to pray to gods.
Druid. Druids. Well, no, druids can't. It's cleric.
Yeah, it's a cleric and
Uh,
paladin thing.
Or a really funny bard could.
Yeah, we should get a really funny bard.
Yeah.
We should.
Let's
How
pick
can
one
we
up in the
go
black
about...
market. Hey, Nim, you wanted
guys!
a boyfriend, right?
Hi guys, I got kidnapped.
Alright,
I
let's
got
find a
me.
different bard.
Can I look for an attractive person at the black market?
Wow, what the fuck?
We're not even there
What,
yet.
Nim?
Man, that's a strange implication, I'm not gonna lie.
Man, not even
Nim's gonna get a hooker.
not even at the black
Nim's
market.
not
and
gonna
Nim's trying to
buy
already
something.
hit up the slave trade. What the fuck?
Nim is not trying to buy someone. Nim's trying to date someone. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Free them
some
from
people you buy
slavery.
once, others you buy multiple times.
Yeah, but Nim doesn't know that.
Free them from
I mean-
slavery and then date them. Easy.
No.
Oh, so
No.
just leave them in cuffs. I see. God
So wait a minute, did Nim pay on all of her dates with other people?
Nim paid for some, but most of them were paid for by the other person.
Damn. Have the poorer of the two pay for it.
I have comments, but those are for later. Point
Act
is,
broke, stay rich.
you're just not act broke.
Act broke, stay rich.
Ooh.
No. Point is, Kiala, what does she?
So Kawa spies a couple of things. Samson, I can't
We'll
remember.
translate.
Do you have to do a roll to translate it?
Nope. It's just something I know.
Right. So you pick up the trail and you know where to head to. And when you get close and on track, you notice that the quality of the boots and stores and stuff is starting to go down a little bit, and the crests are starting to pop up more. You know, your 10 funny sigils.
Oh, the 10 crest.
Who day?
They're all crime families.
You can't prove it.
You're absolutely right.
Yet.
Also, at
Can't
some
prove
point-
it yet.
At some point, Nim will tell you to call her Vin.
Then?
Yeah,
I heard Ben.
not Vin.
I was just gonna
That's-
start calling him Ben.
I heard Sven at first. I'm like, I like
Well,
that.
I am
Let's go.
Sven.
I am Sven. How are you?
I can't do that accent, but I did think about it.
Sure you can. This is very easy.
Nah, she's a
Gotta
VIN
be right
number.
back. There's a knocking at my door.
Somebody is knocking at the door. Somebody is ringing the bell.
I have to go online. Pirate all of my textbook.
Yay!
Man, I'm so happy I was able to get all that stuff off of my hard drive.
Woo!
We have have to wait for the shade to return.
I'm back.
Oh,
Murdered.
she's back! Wow!
With murder?
No, unmurdered.
Oh. You should have brought murder.
No, not today. That's a Thursday kind of activity.
Of course, always when I'm gone.
Well, it
I mean,
seems,
yeah, just like be here.
Yeah.
well, it seems like we've started to become here. Hidden in plain sight. There must be something inside some of the decrepit buildings, but this is a good indication for a start. Questions, comments?
I actually didn't get to hear what you said.
Oh, Zanzibar was saying, well, it looks like we're here. There's probably more things in some of these more decrepit buildings, but for the most part, it seems to be a hidden in plain sight affair.
So, is there any sort of, like, does the thieves can't tell more of what to do directly? Or is there anyone around that seems like they're for the talking to?
Only an investigation. Give me a 10. I have a tiny little rubber brain and I squish it. Squish, squish.
Squish.
Squeeze.
I'm sorry, what was said in response to my question?
Give me an investigation 10.
Right. That's usually what it would be.
Whee!
And imagine if I played a smart rogue.
Terrifying.
Whee! I did alright.
Whee!
Would you like to do better?
I don't think that's necessary. I assume it was a 10.
Yeah, that's why I said investigation 10.
Oh, I didn't hear 10, I just heard check.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I literally said investigation 10, so I don't know where you got check from.
Because investigation check and investigation 10 sound similar. And are both things that could be said.
In this scenario?
Reasonable conclusions.
This scenario in which we are in at this moment in time.
What the man doing? Or woman doing? What the thief doing?
What the thieves doing? So the only informative, like strictly information derived thieves can't you can see is pointing back in the direction where, judging by looking around, you can figure is back towards that bar you were in. What a few weeks ago now.
Roughly, yeah.
So the quote-unquote arrowheads are certainly pointing in the opposite direction from where they've normally been pointing. Westward, my wayward son. But everything else is kind of just more along the lines of, you are here! You've reached your destination. Along with, obviously, with the obligatory death threats of don't fuck with this or we will hurt you, or these people will hurt you. Fuck around here and those people will hurt you.
Fuck around, find out.
Fuck around and find out. Mutual alliance between these two places. Fuck around and both will be after you. Ominous and threatening. Menacing.
Yeah. Is there anyone else around who looks like they should be the one I'm talking to?
Talking to for what?
for illegal market activity. Like, is there any person, or is it just the signs?
Well, you're looking around at a lot of the shopkeepers, and you notice they definitely don't look as nice, and certainly not nearly as well kept as who you saw in the shops by the park. A little meaner, a little gruffer, a little shaggier. You're seeing some more like orcs, more goblins are walking around. See an elf with like a torn ear. Looks very painful, but you know it's not the same prim and proper Rheindorf you've kind of come to be accustomed to.
This is more my speed.
And roll me another non-thieves can't related investigation.
All right. Damn.
Oof.
Did you say non-D10?
Non-thieves can't related.
Thieves can't.
Thieves cannot.
It's thieves can.
Thieves can? Damn.
Yeah.
Thieves cannot.
Oh.
So you're looking around
gee.
and you can definitely see that things can be bought here.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Can I do like something more of an insight check to try and suss someone out?
Who is the less likely to scam us?
They're all.
For just like who's doing black market dealings?
Yeah.
You're in the black market, my dude. They're all doing black market dealings. You're in the black market swimming pool.
Okay. So then, is there anything here that might tell us who to go to for what, or is that something we might have to find somewhere else?
That's what the other investigation check was for, and you got a
This
6.
one? That's fair.
You see that there are things to buy.
What? The black market doesn't have a directory?
Where's one of those
This black
kiosks
market-
where I can see where I am?
This black market
You are
doesn't
here.
have like government approved map. What? Where's the GPS?
Well, if the walls won't tell us, maybe the people will. Samson? Okay, can I try and suss out someone who might be willing to give us a direction, since Samson can't seem to find one?
You can make an insight check to see if you can figure out who's the friendliest looking bamf around.
Alright. Nice.
So you're looking around, almost getting a little overwhelmed by the sights and the sounds. You know, it's a weird mix of what you're used to, but also not where you've been. But
It's more bizarre than the bazaars he's used to.
yeah, but you see a little like cloth and wreckwood stall with like piles of knickknacks scattered around, and you see a little goblin walking around, sitting there tidying up shit, and he seems like the least likely to stab you, so you figure he might be a good bet. And as you spy him, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and Zanzibar just starts walking away. It's like, call me if you need me. I'm exploring.
Alright,
Later,
have fun.
loser.
And he'll just start walking through the waves of people.
Alright, so Samson will approach the goblin. And give a little greeting, but as thieves can, kind of like to test the water.